shocking footage of Keith Murray was released online a few days ago, which has everybody concerned about his well-being. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Oleezeh, and we're about to get into that episode right now. But before we get into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss the next episode. Alright, let's get into it. Keith Murray is a rapper from the early 90s. He was part of the hip-hop group The Def Squad with Redman and Eric Sermon. He's had a lot of albums in his career, and he had a style of rap which was pretty much known for having clever wordplay and a distinctive flow. He always looked kind of mad actually when he was rapping, but you know that was the style of rap back then, I guess, for him. But yeah, he released loads of solo albums. The Most Beautifulest Thing in the World in 1994 and Enigma were probably his biggest albums, but definitely the first one in 94 was what he's probably most known for. In other words, probably his classic. His music had like funk and soul, and he's always featured on a lot of rappers' songs over the years. But anyway, like I said in the intro, the internet has been going mad because there was footage of Keith Murray in the street, in the middle of the street, by the way. He was like zoned out, and basically he looked like he was on some heavy, mad, psychological or psychedelic drugs. There's been rumors over the years that he's been smoking angel dust, some hard drugs basically. And if you can remember, a few months ago, about 5 months ago, he was on almost like a promo run. He was on different people's platforms having interviews. That's when he was talking about he messed with Corinne Steffens, the Superhead girl. He had experience with Foxy Brown back in the days. And he was acting very, very strange. I'm sure everybody saw that. Very entertaining, very charismatic and entertaining guy, but looked like he was off his face with on something. But this footage was mad. He's literally got his tongue out, walking crazy, arms out, and the guy who's recording him, he's laughing, which is not cool, but the guy who's recording him is actually calling his name, and you could tell on Keith Murray, he's not even registered someone's calling his name. That's how crazy the drug he's taking is. It's not some little bit of whatever, it's some hard drug that he didn't know what he was doing. But what is funny is that he did perform on the awards. So whether this footage is old or it's after the BET Awards, I'm not too sure. But it looked like it was before the awards. But for him to perform like he did on the award show is, it's amazing. It's like it wasn't the same person. But there was some other footage as well that's circulating online. It's come out in the last week, where Keith Murray seems to be at his own home and another man is shouting at him. They're basically shouting at each other, and the man is yelling at Keith Murray to get him his money in not so nice words. Let's just say that. But yeah, he's shouting at Keith Murray, get me my money. Keith Murray shouting something back. I couldn't quite hear what he was saying. But, the guy was very aggressive to Keith. Keith eventually goes like behind a gate in his property. The guy stayed out of his property but shouting at him. And he walks off the guy back to his car and then says, and he just kept repeating, you better have my money. That's another weird one that's come out about Keith Murray this week. So he's kind of active on this online, even in his veteran years. But it's weird that both situations come out in the same week. It's a far cry from where Keith Murray used to be. Like I said earlier, he's had a lot of studio albums. The first one in 94, The Most Beautiful Thing in This World. The Enigma album in 96. A Beautiful Thing in 98. It's Keith Murray in 2003. Rapmophobia, The Fear of Real Hip-Hop in 2007. Which I never even heard about that one. And then his last one, which again I never heard about this one, but was in 2018, which was called Lord of the Metaphor. Now Keith Murray is not a squeaky clean rapper, so we're not shocked with all these controversies in the last year. Because even back in the day, he assaulted a couple of individuals, and he actually did a little bit of prison time because of it. And this is in '94, in his infancy of his career. And it's really the supposed drugs and his violent streak which has really affected his career, really taking off and having any type of real consistency. But what do you think about the footage? Have you seen it? Have you seen the footage of Keith Marbury in the street, supposedly on drugs, acting really weird? And what do you think hip-hop should do? Should people come out and help this man, as he looked in a really bad state? If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But that's it for this episode, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Check out the description as well. Go to my hip-hop website, Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. We've got new material on there very regularly. Check out the podcast. Check out all the socials. It's all in the description below. It's Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.